G'day guys, AussieTimberAnTinker here. For those who don't know, my name's Angus. If you watch a fair bit of Australian YouTube, you might have seen Aussie Bucking. They're a cool little YouTube channel. Tyson and Steve, they do a lot of bucking and all that kind of stuff, and clearing up deadfall. Yeah, they're just a really good channel to watch, and I recently reached out to them. And we met up, and they ended up having a job, and we went and did a job for this guy, Micah, and had an absolute blast with him. I've never really thought about doing YouTube or anything like that, and when I met them and we spent the day together, we knocked out, it was a big job. It was huge. Ended up doing that, and then went back to theirs, and we had lunch, chatted for a bit, and it got me thinking about YouTube again. Back in the day I did think about it a little bit, but I just never really got into it or really thought about it too much more than that. But yeah, after spending the day with them, that was just fantastic, and I've been out there since and camped out there, and we had a bit of fun making some mufflers, and I kind of got a bit of an idea to make my second one. I do have another one. I'll actually grab that really quickly. This is the other muffler I made. So on the inside of this is just a straight throw, straight out of the exhaust port, and it goes in, and it has a curve. It hits this curve here, and on the inside there's two fins that come up to about there. And what they do is they direct the air up against the curve. And there's also, I'm not sure if you can see it, a slight bend in it. So I've cut it through here and bent it backwards. And the plan with that was, the idea of it was that it comes through, hits there, hits against the fins, comes up, and it goes to the hard, it hits hard there, but because it's curved back, it naturally follows the curve and then straight out the pipe. Biggest problem with this is I believe that it is scavenging, which isn't great. Yes, it gives you a lot of RPM, crap loads of RPM, but no power, and we're looking for torque here. The less time you're getting stuck, bogged down, and the faster you're pulling that chain through the wood, the better. You don't want to be bent over all day cutting wood. It's not great. But yeah, so it's way too loud. Even just idling, it rattles your eardrums. Anybody who knows how that feels knows that it's not great, and it's definitely not good for you. It also annoys the neighbours quite a bit. So I thought I'll just make another one. And I thought, well, I've seen some others. Bucking Billy Ray has a couple of good videos on it, from Bear Claw, I think his name is, the guy that the bucking gets a lot of his pipes from. So I thought, oh, I'll give that a go. And I kind of took my own so yes, different clothes. I've just gone and had a look at a job that I might end up doing just over the property over next door, down the back. They've got a 26, 28 inch ironbark, and if you know anything about ironbark, it's like iron. It's been there since the 2024 storms have come through. We had some real big ones up here in southeast Queensland, and yeah, so she's had two people come out and look at it, and somebody's had a go at it and hasn't gotten too far, and then I guess they've just called it quits. She said they came out, they did it, then they just never came back. So I went over and had a couple of cuts of that. That'll be on a different video. But yeah, it was with this saw, 20 inch bar, full house, full chisel. I think I might go up to a 24 inch bar and possibly put a 8 sprocket on it, just to get it spinning a bit harder. But this definitely works. The other one that I was showing you guys, the one that I think's scavenging, it would have just kept bogging. Yeah, she gets some good chain speed. That's really good for small stuff. But for that big iron bark, this thing works great. A lot of low down torque, even high up torque. So it has a good range to it. And yeah, I think it's going to be just fantastic. With this one, sadly, same thing, can't show you. I'll just give a basic explanation so you can see. Jesus, that sun is hot. Oof. That's why I'm in singlet. You can see a bit of a taper here, and the idea was two strokes need a little bit of back pressure. You don't want them scavenging the fuel straight off the top of the piston before it can get up there and go through the next cycle. So want a bit of back pressure so you can get the harmonic correct. I don't have a ruler on me. Can't remember how long this is. I think it's about 90 because the overall length is 100. It's 130 wide, which is a bit of a problem. It doesn't quite fit in the front cowl of the chainsaw, so I'm going to do a little bit of a test here, I guess a dodgy one. Then we're going to cut a slot in there and then just close it up so it'll be facing back like that. I don't think it'll change too much. It's all about the air going into here that I'm worried about. So in here, there's two washers. Both washers are at an angle like that, about 45-ish, coming out of the front hole here that goes straight up. There is no directional pushing the air up. I'm looking directly for harmonics for higher torque in the low end and some in the high end. It just happened that this worked perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with this pipe. I might make another one that's a bit shorter if the cut ends up, wrecking it. Then we have two washers, one each end, and then your two fins direct the air out. I'll just see if I can get, I might need some better lighting here. No, you can't quite see it. Anyway, in here there is a washer, but I believe it's just looking at it's about 22 mil hole, which is about just right, especially for these fins. It just comes straight out and out it goes. But yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick video on that one, showing it. And I also have some cutting, which you'll see with this saw. It's smaller stuff, it's not too big, so it goes pretty quick through it. It's not the best video, but I might add in some of the 26, 28 inch iron bar into another video, and we'll do a bit more of this. I've got some parts on the way. We're going to be doing cap mod, so we get some more air in the back. Biggest problem with these cheap Chinese knockoffs, I'm not sure if it's the same on the 372s. My father had a 388 or a 288, no, it was a 388, which apparently pretty rare here in Australia. Not many people have them. But this, it doesn't suck air in. All it does is it traps heat and dust around the top cap, and it just gets sucked straight into the filter, and it just clogs it up real bad, and it chokes it right out. So, oof, yep. So I already cleaned this out once. Oh, don't go in there. Thank you. And that's bad. As you can see, it's just sucking all the fine stuff in around the cap. So every tank, I just quickly take it off, and as you can see, it's filled. So every tank of fuel, I'll take that out, give it a good little clean. I need to get myself a little air compressor that I can hook into the back of the car, just so I can blow these out a bit easier. Those little computer air cleaners, they're not bad. The compressed air ones, if you're just looking for something portable really quick, just to give them a quick blowout if you're doing a bit of a job somewhere, they work really well actually. But yeah, so we will be doing the top cap mod. If you've watched, I believe it's Iron Horse, he did one, and there's a few other people on YouTube that have done them. You can buy them on eBay. They're just a 1-inch cabinet vent, or I think they call them a food cabinet vent, something like that. It's just a little piece of metal mesh with a plug, drill an inch hole in the back, clip them together, and away you go. That might also help with the fact that this thing, as you're running it, because that gets so blocked up so quickly with the real fine stuff in it, and sucking it through near the spark plug here. This will actually give you a pretty good idea. It's sucking it through here near the spark plug, which I really don't like. And it leans out really hard, and then you can hear the idle pick up, and it gets really, really fast. Which usually tells me I've got to pull that out and clean it, which gets kind of annoying, especially when you're only doing 4 or 5 cuts and then it's doing it. So we're going to give that a go. Hopefully that sort of helps a little bit. I'm not sure, we'll just see. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing some more muffler mods, I do want to do one with the stock muffler and just put a bigger vent on it, because there's standard vent sizes on them. So yeah, 10mm, Pinky's 13, I know that. I do welding for a job, so I know that's 220mm. I'm not sure what that is in inches. But yeah, so I might just cut that off, and on the inside, because it actually extends about that far, about an inch inside, which I don't quite like, and I do think that it struggles to breathe a bit. With this on, it bogs 24/7. Tried tuning it out, couldn't tune it out. Did the muffler mod, no problem since. Tuned up the muffler, it was running very rich, which usually tells you you're doing the right thing. Tune that out, and then it just runs beautifully now. Every time you pull, start it, bang, first go, and away it goes. But yeah, so we'll cut that out, and we'll put a piece of what are they? I think they're 15 to 20 mil, something around there, pipe, stainless steel, and I'll just weld that straight on there, the original side, and we'll see whether the harmonics of this work well with a bigger pipe and see if it works well on the chainsaw. It is gonna still be loud, no matter what you do. If you do a muffler mod, they're gonna be loud, and that is kind of annoying, especially where I'm living. They're only acre and bit blocks. I think they're 1.5s. So, you know, you can still see your neighbour. It's a pain in the butt. Especially coming from where I grew up. We had, I think, closest neighbour was a K and a bit away. So it's been a bit hard to move to the city. But yes, leave a comment on it if you guys want to see a bit more of this. I am planning on getting a actual husky when I can find one that isn't too expensive. This is just a hobby at the moment, especially the YouTube thing. I don't really plan on making any money out of it. It's more just as to show my hobby and show my interests, and hopefully interact with some like-minded people. So yeah, let me know if you want to hear a bit more about this so I can get into the details of it. I've had it for about 1.5 years now, and I've cut a lot of wood. A lot. Yeah, I brought it as just a bit of fun, just as sort of like a, oh yeah, I'll cut a little bit here and there to feed the fire and that'll be it, it'll be fine. And then now it's just constant people go, oh, you have a chainsaw? Okay, no problem. So yeah, especially hanging out with the Aussie bucking guys, they're great. We cut a lot of wood, a lot. They cut a lot of wood, they have heaps to get through. So I am planning to head out there again as soon as possible and do a video with this, hopefully with a bigger bar, because this bar's kind of annoying, it's only 20 inch. And now that it's making a bit more torque, I feel a bit more comfortable going to a 24 inch. I've run 24 inches on smaller chainsaws and I've had nothing but problems. They just bog out, they don't have the power to pull them, and you're constantly fighting it. I don't like that. I just want to get in, get a cut, get out. That's it. So we'll give it a go, see what happens. And yeah, cheers for watching and let me know. Have a good one.